can I do? I only want a love that's true, the one my heart is looking for, is love to last forevermore. No time for love, what can I say? Love comes along, I run away, but I will stay the day I see true love at last has come to me.
$500.
I'll stay.
The game's running against me tonight.
Here's my 5. I'll raise it to 1,000.
I'll see you.
So will I.
Enough for you? Of all the rotten luck. I've never seen anything like it. Anyhow, that's enough for one evening. I'm clearing out. I'm finished.
I got no more cash. Will you take my horses? I have 4 of them right outside.
No, I only play for cash.
I'll stake you.
You don't never stop, do you? Not until you lost everything.
Shut up. No one wants your opinion.
That's tough. If you don't want it, forget it. So long, fellas.
Night.
Who's playing this hand?
Deal me in.
Me too.
I never leave a job uncompleted or a poker game half played, especially with a beautiful woman.
You going to open, John?
Amen.
Oh.
I'll stay.
Me too.
2 cards.
2.
And 2.
Well, John?
200.
I'll raise you 3.
I'll raise it to 1,000.
I'll see you.
And I'll go along. What do you got?
2 jacks.
3 kings.
And 3 aces.
Very funny.
Howdy, folks. Say, you must be that gal dressed up like a fella that everybody's talking about. Boy, you sure skinning them alive. I'd like to get to know you. You don't look very dangerous. You're even pretty. Say, that's a mighty big pile of winnings you got in front of you. Listen, ain't no one in this town plays poker better than me. Why not ditch these yokels and have a real game, huh? What do you say?
Sure, if you got money to lose.
So long, gents.
It's been a real pleasure, man. Thanks.
Here are your cards. A brand new deck just for you. Okay, Larry?
Yeah, that's what we need for a real cutthroat game.
Can I send you in a drink? Or some champagne?
You like champagne?
Thanks, not when I'm playing. What's the limit?
I don't limit myself in anything. It's a bad habit, I guess.
Really? Neither do I. I'll bet 1,000.
All right. Cards?
2 cards.
2 cards. 2 for me.
Just what I wanted.
2,000. Well, I think I'll just raise you one. Hmm?
And I'll raise you one.
I'll call you, just out of curiosity.
I only have 2 jacks.
And I only have 2 queens. Well, it's all in the luck of the game. Good sport, aren't you? You don't mind losing right now, but what'll happen when you lose everything? 4 aces.
You
You
win.
have to stop playing now, Belle. You've lost everything.
No. I'll stop when I'm ready.
She's cleaned out.
She's having fun.
Anything we can do for you, Belle?
Yeah, you can keep quiet. Come on, let's leave him alone. Will you take this? It's worth it. It cost more than $6,000. Anyway, it's all I have.
Just don't quit, do you?
Never.
All right, straight poker. Two nines.
Nothing.
With 2 nines.
Too bad. That's it. I'm afraid I have nothing more to lose.
Are you sure of that? I'm willing to bet all this, even double, for one thing.
And just what is that?
To sleep with you. Of course, you wouldn't ever agree to bet that. A woman has to hold her honor very seriously. I just thought you might want to continue the game. I didn't know how you'd take it.
Of course, you're right. You don't know me yet. I agree. Cut.
Another hand is straight.
No, draw.
3.
And 3 for me.
Nines again. I guess you win this time.
No, I can't even beat that.
Excuse me. I only wanted to help. But you can address yourself if you really prefer to. Veuve Clicquot, from my private stock. The only French thing I like is French champagne. As you can see, I'm a man of taste. I'm not just an ordinary cowboy. In fact, I'm a real gentleman. I wouldn't think of turning around to stare at you while you're undressing. Yeah, even if you're lovely. I'm afraid it wouldn't do for me to look. What a sacrifice. After all, it's not every day that a woman who's getting undressed has to take off a pair of trousers. You're an odd person, you know. Pretending you don't like men. Behaving like a kind of gunman. Gambling away all that money that you just won. And underneath, below that surface, you're a child. You really should have won that hand. Why didn't you? You could have come to bed with me anyway. What made you discard those 3 queens? Nobody throws away cards like the ones you got dealt to you. Now, do they? You see, I looked at your cards on the way out. I'm sorry, only I'm afraid I suffer from curiosity. You know you shouldn't play with guns, dear.
Damn you!
Might hurt yourself. Come on now. Aren't you a bad little girl? What do you mean, no? You threw away a winning hand just so you could get to bed. Stop struggling. What's the matter with you? You crazy? Be a good girl. Did you need an excuse? When you want something in this life, you gotta take it without fooling around. Be still, will you? I'm not the first man in your life, am I? You're a tigress.
hardly believe it. I've never let a man get near me before. The only one who tried is dead.
And you even tried to kill me. Here.
I saw you in the looking glass. There was time to shoot.
But you didn't do it.
No. Champagne?
Yeah.
And I don't even know your name. What is it?
Larry Blackie. You must have heard the name. You see, I'm pretty well known. Around here, anyway. Most of the cemeteries from here to Dodge, spilling over with specimens of my work. I'm a specialist.
Larry Blackie. Larry Blackie, of course. Larry Blackie. You're famous. Everybody knows who Larry Blackie is. Don't worry, darling. Your name is a household word all over the West.
It doesn't worry me, baby. While we're at it, who are you?
Belle Starr.
Belle Starr?
Why are you laughing?
You're Belle Starr? You're the terrible Belle Starr?
What are you laughing about? Stop laughing! Shut up!
I'll laugh when I feel like it. I don't take my orders from you. To me, you're just a whore girl to take to bed some night. If I feel like it.
And that's all you are for me.
I don't think so. No, sir. Yeah. Well, anyway, if you want to go on with your game, go play it somewhere else. I look after this territory. Is that clear? I don't like competition. Not even when it's a lady. I got a nervous gun hand. And you know how dangerous that is. Keep out of my way. Thanks for the poker game.
You've only won the first hand, you animal.
Last night. I was worried about you. Did something happen?
No, nothing.
Look what I found down in the village. We're going to have to get away from here, Belle. This means you're also wanted in this state.
It isn't safe anywhere now. $15,000 is a pile of money. Why, Rafiki, even you must be tempted by the reward.
This is serious. That man in the saloon was Larry Blackie. He's bound to cause trouble now. He's boss around here, and he won't have you interfering.
I know. It's because of him I'm going to stay.
Why should you? What's the point of getting him angry? They say he's fast on the draw.
Then I'd just like to see how quick he really is.
This was in your jacket.
He put it there. And I'll bet it was intended as an insult.
Go down to the village and find out where he hangs out.
I need to know where he has his headquarters.
Why? What are you going to do?
Don't you worry. Just get going. And make it fast. I want to teach Larry Blackie a lesson. He'll be sorry.
Not in here, Butch. This ain't no stable. Give me that cue. I'll show you how to play. Yeah, he's a great shooter. I can't. What's funny? I don't know you. New here, huh? What are you laughing at? Let me have a good look at you. Yeah, I'm Butch. What's your name?
Rosita.
Pleased to meet you. You're with me. Come on, baby. What's the big idea? You ain't leaving me for no fresh-faced kid like that. Anyway, who's that boy there?
I ain't never set eyes on
Hey,
him.
Nevada. How long you been letting kids like that into this saloon, huh?
I'm looking for Larry Blackie. I was told that he comes here quite often.
I don't know any Larry Blackie.
Hey there, youngster. Where you from and what are you doing around here?
I have to find him.
You better ask those men about him.
Are they part of his gang?
I ain't told you nothing.
Well, you gonna answer me? Who are you? Who are you?
Careful, son. You'd better answer him. You get him angry and there'll be trouble for you.
Nevada, tell that kid I don't like asking questions twice, or I lose my temper. Why don't you face us? You! Turn around and face us! I asked you what your name is. Coward. If you're a man, I would have shot you by now. So you're stubborn, huh? I guess you don't know me, do you? Well, I'll give you half a minute to tell me your name here. If you don't, I'll shoot you. All right. You decided to tell me? You asked for it. Nick! Stop! Buddy! Tell him!
Brother, look out.
Be careful. Throw this at them and keep your eyes open.
Don't shoot!
Tom! Johnny! Johnny! You killed my brothers. Wait a minute. Don't shoot. Here, look. It's money, and I'll give it all to you. There's more than $5,000 here. It's all we got in the world. But that don't matter. Take it, kid. Take it and leave us alone.
Watch out. It's a trap.
Shoot, Dick! I'll get you.
Now I'll tell you who I am. My name is Belle Starr.
Pretty song.
It's you.
I believe you were looking for me the other evening. Some of the survivors passed on the news. I hear you gave quite a show in my honor.
They started it.
Yeah, sure, naturally. You were quite innocent, and they provoked you. But you finished off 4 of my men, and it's not easy to replace them. Just what are you after?
I wanted to give you this. It's yours. You won it at poker. And I don't accept presents from you.
We can play one more game if you feel that way. Poker.
I'll decide what we play.
Oh, you sure give yourself airs, Belle Starr. But why be ashamed to admit that you like me? Things would be more simple. But that's too tame for you. You're not just any girl. You're the terrible Belle Starr, huh? It's easy to start a legend. Talk is cheap in bars and saloons. Before I believe you, show me.
You asked for it.
Oh! My boots!
You were too tall for me. And you talk too much. Now get out of here. Get going. Get going, I said. Don't come any closer.
Why not?
Just keep back.
Oh? Why? What are you going to do if I come closer? Will you shoot? Well, will you?
Get away from me, Larry, or I'll shoot you, I swear.
Is that so? We'll see.
You better go. Next shot, I won't be joking. Get away.
So sweet and tender. You seem kind of helpless. Not a bit like Belle Starr.
Belle Starr. Belle Starr doesn't exist. She's just a cover I use to hide what's left of a life gone wrong.
All of us hide our lives behind guns and tough talk. Belle Starr. That sure is a pretty name. Is it your real one? Or did you think it up?
No. It was a cowboy who gave it to me 2 years ago. Cowboy called Cole Harvey.
Ha!
He was a strange man, wild and free like an untamed horse. And he lived in the open, roaming the hills of Virginia, where I come from.
How's the water, Cole?
You give me back my things! And shut up!
Nice young ladies don't go around without a hat on.
Shut up, I said! Stop laughing and you'll be sorry! Give me back my clothes, you polecat! Or I'll kill you!
No use making threats when you're just wearing bloomers.
Hey, stop! Stop! Stop, you worm! Give me my things! Give me back my gun!
You're too thin, honey. You need fattening up.
Give me my gun if you ain't afraid to.
Okay, if that's what you want. Here you are, beautiful. Ooh!
It ain't loaded, darn you.
I'm polite, honey, but I ain't out of my mind. Here, catch.
You're gonna regret this, don't worry.
Oh, yeah?
I'll make you pay for it, even if I have to search the whole union to find you.
Don't you know me, Miss Maribel? I'm Cole Harvey. You recall?
Cole Harvey. The Cole Harvey I know about would never have behaved like you. At any rate, he wouldn't have treated me so impolitely. I don't believe you're Cole.
Oh, but I really am Cole Harvey. And the minute I seen you swimming there, I remembered all right. Whoa, hold on there. Gotta be polite to the Colonel's niece. Miss Mirabelle Shelley.
That ain't my name. Not anymore. From now on, it's just Belle.
Aha! Belle means beautiful in French. Belle. What about a last name? You know what you could call yourself? Starr. Belle Starr. That's a pretty name.
I'll think about it.
Go ahead and think about it, Belle Starr.
So I started to use the name Belle Starr, and Cole and I decided to stick together.
How did you feel about Harvey? The way you do for me now? Were you in love?
No, I didn't feel anything. We were only friends, and he was the only one I had. We'd always known each other ever since he and I were kids. His father drove cattle for us, so Cole Harvey was the first man who taught me to ride and shoot. We started a little gang of cowboys who were out of work, or unlucky, or just crazy like us. And we lived by stealing horses from the rich landowners. We only stole enough to live on. We weren't planning to get rich. Every now and then, the ranchers would call in the law or the army to try to catch us. But we were lucky. We always got away. After every job, we split up. The boys went off to town to drink and gamble. And me and Cole went back to the lakes. Everything was fine. They were good days.
You haven't told me about your home. What made you leave your family? Something must have happened.
My family's dead. My uncle was Colonel Jonathan Shelley, but I don't want to talk about it.
Lose yourself.
It was such a long time ago. My parents died when I was just a child, about 5 or 6. I hardly even knew them. My Uncle Jonathan was away for the war, and I was raised by just neighbors and cousins. But at last, the war was over with. Uncle came back home. I was so happy. He brought a fiancé for me. I remember the day so well. The whole house was in an uproar. Uncle Jonathan was coming home with my fiancé. Huge chests had arrived from St. Louis with a complete bridal outfit in the latest style, and dresses and skirts and lace underwear and kerchiefs and everything pretty to drive a young girl crazy. At any rate, a girl like me. There was all I wanted to make me beautiful for the first meeting with my future husband. His name was Don Clark. I'd never seen him, but I knew he came from a good family, one of the richest in Missouri. And I knew that if my uncle had picked him for me, he must be wonderful. As I got myself all ready, I was full of hope and fear. What if he didn't like me? If I was too skinny, too tall, not pretty enough? I so wanted to be worthy of him, and of my uncle and our family. I was so excited I shook all over, like any girl when she first finds her true love. Then I saw him. He was old, ugly, repulsive. This was the man my uncle had picked for me.
Someone has to clear up all the confusions the war's left behind. And I'm the man to do it. That's why I need your help in the elections. Now, make no mistake. I intend to be governor. And when I am, I'll help the men who help me. You got a chance to be one of the first. Ah, here she is. Don, let me introduce my niece, Mirabelle. And don't be fooled by her pretty dress. She's a real little tomboy. Mirabelle, this is your fiancé, Don Clark. The arrangements have all been made. The wedding's going to be next week.
I've been looking forward to this meeting.
Glad to know you. But I must tell you something. I have no intention of marrying you.
Mirabelle! Well, I told you, Don, she's a regular little tomboy. The whole trouble was, Mirabelle was a baby when her parents died. And I've been too busy to give her much of my time, so she never learned manners. But once you're married, you can change all that.
But I told you, I'll never marry him.
Mirabelle! You're marrying Don next week. I've given him my word of honor.
It's your honor, not mine.
She's a high-spirited filly, your niece. I like him that way.
Kind of you, Don. But I say she needs a good horsewhipping. I've been away too long. She doesn't know me at all.
You're mixed up. I know you. It's you who don't know me.
Never mind. These wild little savages make the best wives for a man who can dominate them. You'll see.
I'll take care of her.
I ran like a frightened animal. The respect I had felt for my uncle was gone. I only wanted to escape, to get far away from him, from that awful old man, from that house which I could no longer think of as home.
All that makes an interesting story, but it isn't any reason why anybody should want to put that high a price on your head.
No, that part of my life was over. I was free. I could do whatever I wanted with my life. I stopped thinking about my uncle and my home. I didn't know I was destined to be an outlaw in the future. One day when I was with Cole,
No, I never take off my gun. I'd feel naked without it. As far as I'm concerned, it's the only law that counts around these parts.
hey, Cole, do you think I'm a good shot?
Sure. Sure you are. You're a darn good shot. But be careful. Here in the West, the cemeteries are full of people that thought they were good shots.
From now on, things will be different for me.
But I'm more worried about the other men.
What's that? That bell ringing.
Prison bell. They're hanging an Indian girl today.
The servants in the house all grew up with me. Then at midnight, I went back home to see them. Alone. Rafika was always a kind and happy person. Except that night I went back home to explain everything. She was crying then.
Rafika.
Please let me alone, sir. Let me be, sir.
Come here, you little wildcat. Come here, I said. Your mother was never like this. Stop struggling. Stop struggling and do what you're told.
No!
Drop that knife, you little devil.
Let me go! Let go!
You don't get me angry. Stop struggling. Come here.
You're a disgusting spectacle. You, get out. Go on.
This is none of your business. You thought you helped her, eh? I'll have her strung up.
To think I admired you. I actually looked up to you. My father's brother, a colonel, a hero. Now at last I see you for what you are. A vulgar, vicious, corrupt monster. And so ambitious you'd sell me to the first person who could help you become governor.
I'll make you sorry for saying all this just the way I made your parents sorry.
Then it's true. It's true what they say. You killed my mother and father. So you could inherit the estate. You're so evil, vicious, inhuman. To think my uncle would kill his own brother.
Mirabelle! I'll teach you to talk to me like that. I'll tear you up in little pieces. You'll beg me to let you marry Don Clark.
You'll have to kill me first.
Perhaps I will.
Be careful, Uncle. You don't know me.
I'll tame your wild spirit. I will.
Never. You don't frighten me anymore. Everything I felt for you is gone. You're less than nothing to me. I despise you.
You're gonna learn to respect me. Take that and that.
And my uncle was going to have the Indian girl hanged. I couldn't let it happen.
Mind telling me where you're going? You looking for trouble? Or is it a secret?
You want to come with me, Cole?
Sure.
Thanks.
Hey!
But I have to go alone. This is my affair. It has nothing to do with you.
Oh, yeah?
I've got no debt to settle. Don't try anything, or I'll pull the trigger.
You wouldn't shoot me, would you?
Mm-hmm.
You're crazy.
Don't move, Cole. Take it easy, Cole. This is serious.
Wait, Belle! Belle! At least leave me my gun! Belle!
I rode like the wind down to the village. I had to get there in time. I knew she was innocent, and I couldn't bear the idea they were going to kill that poor, sweet little girl. When I got there, they already had the rope around her neck. And my uncle was there with the authorities, waiting to enjoy the show. He even gave the signal to proceed with the execution. At that moment, I hated him with such cold fury that my aim was never straighter. Sheriff was called Jack Collins. I'd known him for years. He had a cute, snub-nosed wife and 2 darling little children. But I killed him. Otherwise, he would have caught us. That was the first time I killed a man. feel? You can forget about it now. Nobody will hurt you anymore. Thank you for this. Don't thank me. It was my duty to help you get free from them. It was my uncle. I was frightened. The only thing right now is that you and I must get away from here.
What is it? What's wrong?
Shh.
Belle, I feel well enough to travel.
Let's go.
Mirabelle! I knew I'd find you here. Put down that gun, now!
No!
I'm your uncle and your guardian, and as head of the family, I ain't gonna let no Shelley get hanged like a horse thief. I'll shoot you myself.
So that's it. Now you're gonna shoot me to save the family name? Well, go ahead.
What do you think you're doing? Frightening me? You know better than that. John, call the others.
Give me a gun.
Right now's your chance to get out of here. Leave me the gun. Wait for me at the lake.
No. I'm staying with you.
Let them go on shooting. They'll soon run out of ammunition. All right, hold it. I don't want no more shooting. I'll take care of her. She's my niece.
I haven't finished my bullets. There's still one left for you. Come on. Come on and get me if you have the courage. What's the matter? Come on, I'm still here. How long do I have to wait for you?
Look, Belle, I'm sorry. I didn't know he was your uncle.
If you hadn't shot him first, I would have. He didn't mean anything to me.
I just remembered. We got a little account to settle. I think you got my gun. Can I have it back?
What are you doing?
I'll have the rifle, too. Now you know what it feels like for one of us to be left sitting around without his gun. The way you left me.
Go away. That night, Cole and his men got drunker than Indians. Maybe they wanted to forget all the shooting and killing, or maybe they wanted to see how I would react. They knew I was in trouble. The whole countryside was after me. I'd killed the sheriff, and everyone would blame me for my uncle's death and the massacre of his men. I knew I had to get away as soon as possible, but I couldn't leave without a gun. So I decided to wait till nightfall. Finally, it got dark, and the men fell asleep around the campfire.
I knew you'd try this.
Let me go!
I've been waiting.
There was something different about him. He wasn't the Cole I knew, my friend. Somehow he reminded me of my uncle. His eyes were cold and savage. He dragged me to the ground like an animal. He tried to tear off my clothes. Then Rafika killed him. I felt his body grow heavy on top of me. I thought I was going to smother with the weight of it, and I struggled to get free. Rafika thought she had paid her debt to me. I'd killed for her sake, now she had killed for mine, not realizing that he was my only friend, the one man I might have loved in spite of everything. Now you know the story of Belle Starr. They began to accuse me of robberies and murdering people I'd never seen. I was known as the terrible Belle Starr who'd killed her uncle and her best friend. The reward for me kept getting higher till I finally had to kill to defend myself. And I really became what everybody already said I was.
Our stories are a lot alike. If you weren't you, I wasn't me, maybe we could have had a different life. Together. Too bad for us. We're the type of people who have to fight to live. Maybe that's why we like each other.
Coffee?
I'm going to make you an offer. The boys and me are going out after the Western Union Special.
The special? The coach with the jewels from St. Louis? Everybody who's tried that has come to a very bad end.
It's $1 million worth of jewelry. It could be ours, only my plan needs a girl. You want to join my band?
Work for you? Belle Starr doesn't work for anybody. Don't think you have an extra recruit in your gang just because of what happened between us. I could pull the job myself. Why don't you work for me?
No, not me. That's very stupid of you. I would have thought that you knew better. Everybody works for me here, except my enemies.
Easy. Not bad.
Adios, Belle Starr. Just one last word. Don't let me catch you around here again.
Nobody can give me orders.
That wasn't an order, just a piece of advice. Adios.
Belle, what did he want?
Rafika, get everything ready. I want to leave right away. We have to find some pistoleros to join us. As for Larry, this is the moment to give him a lesson. You're making a mistake. You think so?
All those men. You spoke to murderers like the Wheatmans and Garcia. The type of gunman you've been keeping out of your life until now.
I have to hire them for my gang. I need men who are smart and tough and ready for anything.
But you've always been on your own.
This time is different. I want to have men I can trust with this. I need them all.
Because of Blackie, right? Ever since that evening, you've been so different. Love him, Belle?
Love him. Monster. I hate him. I only want to teach him, once and for all, who Belle Starr is.
With you, Rafika. Why are you so scared? Don't be so nervous.
He frightens me.
He was sitting there on his horse watching me. He's been following us for 3 days. What does he want?
How should I know? Maybe he's in love with you.
Don't joke, Belle.
All right, let's see what he wants.
Maybe you can use one more man to help you with this job.
People say you're planning. I'm looking for work.
What's your name?
Pedro. My mother was Indian, but I'm Mexican. There was trouble. I had to leave my country. Take me with you. I mustn't go back there.
Come with us. But you better keep an eye on him till we get to know him. I will. But watch your step and don't forget. I'm in charge here, and I won't have any arguments or mistakes. Or you'll pay for them, understand? Let's go. Ah. Ah. Ah.
Where is Belle?
She went to the lake. That means she doesn't want to talk to anybody. Would you mind not staring at me? You have a strange look. Sometimes I wonder what's going on in your head.
It makes me feel happy to be here beside you.
Don't tell me that old story. You think I'm a fool? You're here because Belle needs men for the robbery that we're planning. Nothing more.
Belle Starr. It's Belle Starr we always talk about.
Something you wouldn't understand. I owe my life to her.
But you are a woman. I'm sure that you'll have to marry.
I'll never get married. I think men are horrible.
Holiday. Frankie. Garcia. Jackie, listen carefully. This is a map of the coach route. Like I said, you men must obey all of my instructions. Because the special has a strong escort. Usually the men for the special are handpicked by Pinkerton. And they're not the kind of men who give up easy. Understand?
The special. It means big trouble?
That's right, it does. I thought I was just telling you that I didn't think the special job would be easy. If you fellas want out, would you please say so, and I can do the job alone. Those jewels are worth $1 million.
$1 million, you say? You know, for that money, I'd follow you any place.
Count us in. Okay, Jackie?
Well, now, Garcia, you gonna come along with me?
I won't draw back now.
All right. Listen.
Hands up, don't move.
Well, well. May I come in? My, what a nice little party. Looks like you've been recruiting. In all the prisons in the country, haven't you? Easy, boys, don't shoot. No one's gonna make any trouble. What are you doing here, anyway?
They're all working for me. You see, we're going to attack the special.
I expected big things of you. Belle, you're mighty clever. Well, I'll give you 2 days' time to pack up and beat it with your men. This is your last warning. Don't move. We're all friends, eh, boys? You've got 2 days. Only because it's you. Normally, we don't give any warning. Adios.
I'll rob the special before you do. Remember that. I'll beat you to it. Get one thing clear, boys. If Blackie scares you, you can always leave. All of you.
He can't do this to me. I'll make him pay for it.
Yeah, but this is no joke. Challenging him was a mistake. That'll only make him interfere.
No, there won't be enough time. You see, we're doing the job tonight. Everyone else has always attacked the coach on the road, which was an error, and they got caught. What we're going to do is something else. We'll do it when the jewels are locked in the bank, guarded by Pinkerton's men and the sheriff. The place where they're most heavily guarded, right here at the bank in Root City. Here we are, Belle.
Greetings.
Everything all right, Pedro?
Everything, Senora.
Good. You're just in time. Boys, I want to introduce Mr. Benjamin Chesterton of Pittsburgh. How was your trip?
Apart from the fact that I think my spine is permanently injured, it was very pleasant.
Come and sit down.
Hey, Belle. Who's he?
What's he here for?
If you'll be patient, I'll tell you. Mr. Chesterton isn't ignorant like you. He's been to school, and when he was young, he worked for a safe manufacturing company in Dublin. He knows all about opening safes and strong boxes.
Though I said who shouldn't, I'm the leading expert in the field. That's why I'm known as Velvet Fingers.
We should all take our hats off to him.
Oh, you're really too kind.
How have things been going?
Oh, not bad. Even though recently I spent a short time in the prison outside Chicago. There was a slight misunderstanding with the police. It happens, you know.
Listen, Chesterton, I was just telling the boys. We'll have to change our plans. We have to strike tonight, right here in Root City.
The way you talk, it's simple, like crossing a street.
No, it won't be easy, because we've chosen a time when the greatest number of people are guarding the jewels. That's the one time when they probably think there's no danger. It's not easy, but for $1 million, it's worthwhile. Now, I want to tell you my idea. They expect to be attacked on the ground, right? Instead, we'll arrive from the roof. Now, for this job to succeed, we have to be completely silent, because a wrong step would bring Pinkerton's guards down on us like a ton of bricks, and we wouldn't have a chance. There must be no mistakes. We must do things carefully, and we'll make it. The plan will be a perfect success. In Root City, the bank is on Main Street, right beside the saloon. We'll wait until nightfall. Beside the old mission, there's a stable. From there, we can reach the center of town by the safest route, over the roofs.
Keep down.
Howdy, Jonathan. How come there's nobody around tonight?
The Pinkerton men are having dinner. The rest went down the saloon.
Peter, ain't you coming in?
No, I'm just chatting with Jonathan.
I don't like your being out here with all them gunmen around. You should be home too, Jonathan.
Yeah, here it does feel funny tonight. Well, night, folks.
Night, Jonathan.
The coast is clear. Let's go.
Look out.
Let's go have a drink.
Yeah, close.
Keep your eyes peeled. Bring me a beer.
Go ahead.
Wait, don't kill him. We don't have to.
Frankie.
This way.
Give me a bottle. Cigars and go ahead and try it.
Yeah. We know I've had trouble yet.
No. Yeah. Oh, boy. That was a good meal.
Missouri, wasn't it?
In Missouri? Yeah, it's a good. I've been there, but I didn't see.
Quiet. Tell her to give me the jewels. Hurry, tell her.
Go ahead, Jessica. I know it. Traitor. Come on. Don't argue. No.
Give them here.
I'll kill you first.
Leave him alone. There's nothing we can do now. Come on, hurry. Let's get out of here. Take the jewels. There they are.
Surprise.
I never would have thought that you could do such a thing to me. So that was how you thought you'd get rid of me. Well, you underestimated me. It didn't work.
You're only alive because I ordered my men not to kill you. Where were you going, huh? Are you trying to get away with the jewels?
The jewels are still down there. Why don't you go and get them?
I don't believe you. Where are the others? Why don't they come up?
Go and have a look if you're so curious. Everything's there. Jewels and corpses.
You're not telling me they're all dead.
All of them. It's what they deserved. I'm disappointed in you, Blackie. I never thought you could pull such a dirty trick.
Everything's fair in this game. Now the jewels, give me them.
I don't have the jewels.
So we nailed his hands to the table and we said, try dealing off the bottom now. Hey, wait a minute, what's that? It's blood that's coming down. It's flowing through that crack in the ceiling. That's where the jewels are. Come on.
Come on. Let's go. Up there. Hey.
Look out.
Have you hidden the jewels?
Just as we planned to do.
Then hurry.
There's a robbery over here. That's what happened. Where's the robbery? What? You're search him. Get over there. Come on now, Charlie. Get around there. Hurry up there. You get around there with him, Alex. Come on.
Come on over here.
We'll bring the horse around here. Maybe we can search the building.
Meet her up there.
Must be up in there. Yeah. Okay, get over there. Over there, Dart.
Yeah. You
Watch
over
out
there.
now. Be careful. Now, somebody
All right,
get
come
away.
on with me.
Who's horse?
They've got us.
I told you to get over there now.
We gotta
find
find
you. Let him get away. I told you to have it. Here.
Right up on the roof.
Hey.
You stay here. I'll throw them off to the other side.
Do you know why Mr. Pinkerton chose us, my friend? Because we all hate people like you. The strong, free sons of the open spaces. But alas, business is like that. All the St. Louis jewelers want are the jewels. So if you'll just tell us where they are, we'll forget our personal feelings. That seems a fair offer, since you're bound to speak sooner or later. My, what a fine instrument case. Poor old Chesterton. Velvet fingers, they called him. He was a professional. He was serious. He was an artist in his own field. Strange that he should get involved with petty criminals like yourself. Poor fellow. He tumbled to the ground like a little bird fallen from its nest. But unlike yourself, the fall broke his neck. Now the jewels. Now, where did you hide them, Blackie? Come along. Tell me. You think you're a brave man, don't you? Resisting all this pain and all this torture. I hope you haven't got to the stage when you don't feel it. It doesn't usually happen so quickly. But we can wait until you get your strength back again, Larry. So you'll get the most out of this experience. We don't want you to miss anything, do we? It would be a pity, don't you agree? Ready for more? Ah, you felt that, eh? All right, did you get those jewels out of the village, or are they still here? Come on. Why are you so stubborn? I guess it's because you don't know me. That bullet wound's hurting you, isn't it? Poor fellow. No doubt the bullet's still there. Frankie, have you got a knife? It is terribly dangerous, you know. It might cause an infection. Cut the bullet out, Frankie. It's not hygienic to leave a bullet in a wound. I hope you like Chopin. Such gentle, soulful music. You know, I fear some of you out here in the West are insensitive to fine music. I'm beginning to get annoyed with you, and I'd hate to lose my temper. Now look, where are those jewels? Speak! You pig. Listen, if you force me to it, Blackie, I know lots of ways to fix you so you'll end up begging us to finish you off. But a quick death is a luxury. And you had better learn that. Frankie, throw some whiskey on those wounds of his. It's kind of cold in here. But don't worry, you'll feel a lot warmer once I set fire to that whiskey.
Stop! Don't move. If you try any tricks, you're dead. Drop the match. Hands up. Come on over here. Hurry.
Well, what a delightful surprise. So Blackie wasn't alone up there on the roof. He had someone with him, Miss Belle Starr, if I'm not mistaken. Larry Blackie and Belle Starr working together. Whoever would have expected it?
That's enough. Stop talking. Your gun.
You know, of course, that my men are surrounding this house. If you try to kill us, they'll be in here at the first shot. And you'll never get out alive. Frankie!
You don't have to worry about my life. You better worry about your own. Get over there. Go on. Get a move on. Go on. Cut him down carefully. Drop the knife.
you won't get away.
That's up to you. You can have your life and the jewels or a bullet in the head.
What do you want?
To take him away with me. You'll come with us. And you'll order your men not to shoot for any reason. I want half an hour to get away.
And if one of them should disobey, what then?
Too bad for you.
But you just might kill me anyway.
I give you my word. Have you decided? Come on.
The jewels, then, where are they?
First, tell your men to unload their guns and line them up out there in plain sight.
Jack, I want you to order the men to unload their guns right away. Do you hear me?
What boss?
Don't argue with me! I said to unload your guns, and then line up out front.
Is there anyone else in here?
The girls from the bar in the next room.
Tell them to get out.
Hey, girls, get outside.
You are gentlemen, aren't you?
Yes,
A half hour. Give me your word.
of course.
There, your jewels. Don't move. You can come back for them once we've gotten away. All right, help him. Don't waste time. We've got to hurry. Take these. And no tricks. Tell your men to throw down their guns. Stand still.
Don't worry. Throw down your guns! Don't anybody try anything! Just stand still!
Go on, help him.
Let us pass! Stand back and keep out of the way! Let us pass!
Half an hour, right?
All right.
Hey!
Stop right there. I gave my word of honor. We'll have to let them go. The jewels are all safe.
That's enough. I'm all right now. I owe my life to you. And I'm grateful. You're very kind. You should be very satisfied, Belle Starr. But I'm a real poor sport. I only like being a winner. Get me?
Yeah, I know. 'Cause I always lose with you. Even when I win. All right, go. Go on.
It'll always be like this with us.
I know that's true. The one my heart is looking for is
Adios.
forevermore. No time for love. What can I say? Love comes along. I run away, but I will stay.
Hey, Belle Starr! The story isn't over yet. I'll see you at the next poker game.